Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and I can't believe I'm making this video right now because Black Ops 6 isn't even out yet. We're still more than a week away from the launch of that game, and yet here we are talking about Call of Duty 2025. I mean, this was leaked a while ago. Early reports indicated that the game was going to be a sequel to Black Ops 2 and featured remastered versions of all the classic Black Ops 2 maps. That sounds an awful lot like what happened recently with Modern Warfare 3, which launched with all 16 original OG Modern Warfare 2 maps, and then waited until post-launch to start adding original content to the game. Well, today, new leaks have surfaced from somebody named Fumo. I'll put a link to their Twitter down there in the description if their Twitter's even still up by the time Activision gets their hands on them. And what Fumo posted is information that they got from somebody who is in a focus group for Call of Duty 2025. When it comes to these focus groups, they are under strict NDA, and usually all forms of communication are taken from the players before they go in, but we have seen leaks come out of these groups in the past. Even here on this very channel, I may have been the first person, or at least one of the first people out there, to reveal details about Warzone 2, because somebody from one of those focus group playtests reached out to me to let me know what they saw in there. I made my video, the entire community saw it, they were all talking about it. Like, I didn't think NerosCinema would be the place I was learning about Warzone, but here we are, and most of what that person told me ended up coming true through Warzone 2 as well as DMZ. That person did eventually get caught for what it's worth. I'm not sure what happened to them, but credible stuff does come from these leaks, so keep that in mind, while also taking everything you hear today with a grain of salt, because this is all very subject to change. According to Fumo's Insider, Call of Duty 2025 will indeed be a Black Ops 2 sequel set in the year 2035 with David Mason as the main protagonist. Omni movement is going to be a feature in the game, but it's going to be expanded upon compared to what we see in Black Ops 6, which is really weird because Black Ops 6 isn't even out yet. So if you have features for the system planned for COD 2025, why not just add them into the game this year? It may be because of the setting and the theme of COD 2025, because it's said that there's going to be some sort of wall jump in the game. It doesn't sound quite like advanced movement, like you're running on the walls or anything like you were back in Black Ops 3, but it definitely sounds a lot more advanced than what we have now, which kind of makes sense given the fact that COD 2025 reportedly is going to be set between the events of Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 4. Just going off of memory here, the dates aren't going to be exact, but work with me here. Black Ops 2 is 2025. This game here is going to be in 2035. I think Black Ops 4 was like 2045 or something like that, and I think Black Ops 3 was 2065 or something, basically. So this game is going to be set between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 4, so they won't quite have jetpacks or anything, but they definitely leave open the possibility for more advanced movement, so I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. Not much else was really said about the multiplayer besides human shields will return, but this time players can throw their human shields towards enemy players. Then of course we have the return of the original Black Ops 2 maps, as well as the return of game modes like Gun Game and Uplink. Now when it comes to zombies, things are going to be round based, but offer a bit more variety supposedly with this game, because there's going to be options for 8-man zombies, which sounds freaking incredible, as well as a classic mode where players start off with only a pistol and then have to go out and get everything instead of just spawning in with a primary weapon loaded up with attachments along with field upgrades, lethals, tacticals, gobblegums, and all that stuff. This one in particular is a bit odd to me because it seems like there was some mention of classic zombies within the Black Ops 6 game files, and I know for a fact there are tons, I mean tons of zombie fans out there that want that feature in Black Ops 6. So while it's still possible for the classic mode to exist in this year's game, it sounds like it's going to be a core feature, or might be a core feature of COD 2025. Also, the idea of 8-man zombies would be incredible. What was named that game mode back in Black Ops 2? Was it called Grief? That game mode was so much fun. You had 2 teams of 4, if I recall, playing zombies together, trying to grief the other team into dying in one capacity or another. They never really expanded upon that. They never really tried anything new when it came to a game mode like that within zombies, and so maybe having 8-person zombies could be pretty crazy, but you might think the maps would have to be pretty large for 8 people to all kind of coexist. I already have trouble with 4 people on the map of people stealing zombies from my window, right? So apparently within COD 2025, they are going to have a giant zombies map, kind of similar to Transit with its own built-in transportation system like we had with the original bus. That sounds interesting to me. I am unapologetically a fan of Transit from back in the day. A lot of people didn't like it, but most of the issues stemmed from it being limited by the hardware at the time, having to work on the Xbox 360 as well as the PlayStation 3. For me, the map was really fun because it was cool finding all the hidden stuff everywhere, like Nocturne and Toten being in the middle of a cornfield, or the cabin in the middle of nowhere that had a Bowie knife. Transit, for me anyway, I know I'm only speaking for myself here because I know lots of people hate Transit, Transit, but it seemed like the perfect balance of classic zombies, but on a much larger scale, unlike what they've been doing recently with modes like Outbreak and Modern Warfare Zombies, where basically you just have zombies running around on a Warzone map. You know, Transit felt like a zombies map. Was it a classic zombies map? By no means. It was large, you had to ride a bus around, there's different little tiny maps basically spread all over. It was a much different experience, but it felt a lot more like zombies than Liberty Falls, for example, that we're seeing within Black Ops 6, so that could be interesting, but unfortunately, that's pretty much all the news and the leaks that we got today in regards to COD 2025, but again, take everything you heard here today with a grain of salt, as Black Ops 6 is not even out yet, but we all know the Call of Duty cycle never stops, and this game has already been in development for a while, so it stands to reason that information was going to be leaked eventually. If we hear anything more about the game, of course, I will keep you posted here on the channel, so be sure to subscribe if you guys are new around here, but for right now, we're going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.